Well, here's a £3 wheel set. Now, if you've got £3,000 to spend on a wheel set, then Campagnolo will gladly relieve you of most of it and exchange it for this. This is their Bora Ultra WTO 45 wheels. It's a 45mm deep wheel set, but what makes them so damn expensive, and are they worth your money? Let's go and have a look. Most wheel sets, when they're launched, a little bit boring to be honest, but these have a few features that actually made us pay attention. The first of those for me, and the one that was most interesting to me actually, was the nipples. And I know that's a tiny part, but Campagnolo have done an internal but also external design. The nipples sit in a dedicated nipple seat with a guide chamber sat inside the rim. This, Campagnolo says, despite being a bit of a production nightmare, has several structural benefits. Firstly, unlike a standard nipple, the aero MOMAG system means that the nipple lines up perfectly with the line of the spoke because each of the seats is shaped perfectly for that spoke that it is paired with. This also reduces the bending stress on the spoke. The system also ensures that the nipple does not dig into the carbon around the spoke holes, which incidentally are created during the layup process rather than drilled. The lack of contact with the carbon is better for longevity, Campagnolo claims, and it also says that the nipple seat provides electric insulation to reduce corrosion at the nipple. Now, Campagnolo says that this is more aerodynamic as a solution, and we'll just have to believe them on that one. They don't really provide any evidence for that, and we can't test it. What we do know is that having an internal nipple, usually if you had a tubular or tubeless, it's a bit of a nightmare to work on, to be honest. You've got to uninstall the whole tyre. For tubulars, that means kind of ripping the tyre off. For tubeless, that means like taking all of the sealant out and everything. It's an absolute nightmare just to do the smallest true. For this system, because it's accessed externally, you don't even have to take the tyre off. So I know I'm gonna fit some tubeless tyres at some point on this. For now, I've got clinchers on, but yeah, much more simple. So the wheels, I took them out for the first time and they kind of performed exactly as I expect them to. That might sound a bit negative, but it's not. I expected these to be brilliant. Guess what? They kind of are. Now, personally, I like climbing. And when I get there on these wheels, I find it very difficult to stay planted in the saddle. What these want to make me do is accelerate all the time. I get myself into big trouble. Generally, it's a sea of lactic acid with a sprinkling of oxygen depth. What makes the Bora Ultra WTO wheels stand out a little bit is the rim finish, which I think is absolutely beautiful. It might not look amazing on camera, but honestly in the sunlight, it is a shimmering piece of art. The black on black logos aren't in your face, and then there is the glittery bronze Ultra. These really do look a bit special. Now, the tech behind this new rim finish, it's called C-Lux. It's called Campagnolo Luxury. So what this is essentially is a kind of quality control step. So out of the mold, this is how the rim is. And that takes a lot more time to get right, and it's quite tricky. Tubeless setup is generally quite easy. I've got some clinches on here, but I promise that before I write my full review, I'll be sticking some tubeless tyres on here to let you know what tubeless setup is like. The new Ultra WTO wheels come with a new set of disc-specific hubs. The first major change is also the most noticeable, with the front hub body now being partially made from carbon fibre. This includes an integrated radial flange, and with the sparkly bronze logo, they do look absolutely beautiful. Inside the hubs, you get Campagnolo's cult hybrid ceramic bearings. The races are treated steel, and there's adjustable preload, all of which Campagnolo claims produces about 5.5 times less friction than your standard steel bearing. I've used the cult bearings on a few wheel sets now. They do spin beautifully, and I have to say that they seem to last incredibly well too. £2,800 is a hell of a lot of money, and that makes this one of the most premium offerings on the market today, though it isn't as much as you can spend on a set of wheels. Your money here really, I think, is going on the clever nipple system. I think it's going on the very, very fancy rim finish, and a little bit's going on this new hub. So why would you actually buy these wheels? I think it comes down to the fact of, if you want something a bit more special than the other bikes on the club run, you get these. Are they a representation of diminishing returns? Oh yes. Do you get a similar wheel set with the standard WTO wheels? You do, yes. There's an argument to be made that you can get quite a few of the features that you see here, and certainly most of the performance, in a wheel set that's half the price. But I don't think that's the point of these wheels. Are they deserving of the Ultra tag that they've got in the name? I think they are, yeah. Campagnolo didn't have to do the silly internal-external nipple thing. They didn't have to do the crazy rim finish, but they did. So with all of that said, there's just time to ask you whether you would spend £2,800 of your hard-earned money on a set of wheels. I'm not sure I would, but hey, there will be a full review coming on the site very, very soon. If you like this video, you found it useful, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from us, subscribe, and you can even hit the bell notification icon to get told when we post a new video. Thank you very much for watching.